Everybody, very good afternoon to you and welcome to the last trading day of the week, and it is of course the 13th day of June 2025. Thank you very much for joining once again. It's another privilege to be in your presence and to go on with you searching for opportunities in the Nigerian and foreign stock markets. A lot is happening, so much is developing that we need to know and take full advantage of. So our hands are going to be full today. Like always, I always tell us, please, we are not going to be having too much time to waste. Therefore, we will go straight to the nitty-gritty of the day's activities as we peruse the entire markets to see what is in it for us. Thank you very much for joining, as always, and keeping faith. Appreciate you all for your doggedness, your discipline, and your fortitude. I can assure you that every effort you are putting in every passing day is going to be heavily and kindly rewarded by the markets. As long as we keep going, there is no stopping the fact that your wealth is guaranteed. You know how we do it as usual. The last time we were here, we broke the record on TikTok, over 100,000 likes. And today, I hope we can do even more. So let's go ahead and keep power tapping the screens, keep sharing the live sessions, and of course, go ahead to give gifts alongside. All of those screen activities keeps us indeed in the center of activities on these platforms, on TikTok, on Instagram, and of course, even when you go ahead to watch the YouTube channels, kindly share, because in so doing, you are going ahead to get more people to benefit from the wealth of knowledge. Look, I can't take it all. I can't enjoy it all alone, and that's why we are sharing. And as long as you are enjoying what you are seeing, then nature will reward you if you try to put in your little effort to make it worthwhile for many others who may not know what we are enjoying to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go on straight as we begin today's live session to the top gainers of the day. I'd like to let you know, number one is Living Trust, gaining 10% as we speak, 5 naira 72 kobo per share at the moment. Stanbic IBTC currently gaining 9.98%, 79 naira 50 kobo at the moment. MRS has woken up from its slumber. What do we have? 155 naira 90 kobo, gaining 9.94%. Legend Internet is bouncing back after that depressive run. 7 naira 9 kobo currently number 4th top gainer, 9.92% gained. And of course, we have at number 5, Ella Lakes. Looks like something interesting is going on. 4 naira 33 kobo, gaining 9.9%. Feed Scene, number 6, 38 naira 40 kobo at the moment, gaining 9.87%. FTN Cocoa, number 7, 2 naira 80 kobo, currently at 9.98% gain. Who do we have at number 8? Number 8 top gainer is Triple G, 2.05 naira, 9.63% gain. Triple G is actually in the computer and technology sector. Lasaco is number 9, 3 naira 25 kobo per share, gaining 8.33%, and number 10 on the top gainers is Universal Insurance, 7.55% gained, just 57 kobo per share. Even though we are doing the top gainers list, it will interest you to note that number 11 on the list as we speak is Bua Cement. Bua Cement has gained 7.53%. I'm seeing 90 naira per share. Is that true? We will get to know later on as today's session continues. So this is how we begin today's session. Remember, time is not our friend at this moment because we have to run. Thank you very much for joining. Keep your comments coming in as I go on to begin to take your comments and your calls. Don't waste any time. Do not wait till the end. And for anyone who is just joining us, understand the fact that I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping individuals and organizations to build wealth through investing via the stock market and the money markets. So we are looking for legitimate means of creating wealth, studiously empowering ourselves via knowledge of the market, research, analysis, and making investment decisions. If you like what you are hearing and you want your money to work for you while you are still going about doing what you have always done in terms of your business or your work in which you are engaged in, why not? But please, by all means, do not let your money lie waste, because no amount of cash is going to make you wealthy just sitting somewhere in the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I welcome you to today's session. Thank you very much for all the shares. I see Alerted King sharing these live sessions rapidly as always. Heaven reward you for all your good efforts, everyone. Thank you very much, Malby, for those gifts. So many gifts already being shared. I appreciate you all. Coach, kindly talk about the dollar crash. Tyson J. Well, I already published that on my Twitter handle and on my Instagram and TikTok status. Dollar has depreciated, and what we have, my question is the Naira also appreciating in converse relation to the dollar? Because when the Naira crashes, the dollar is gaining. So now that the dollar has crashed lower than 3 years that the value has ever dropped by, then it tells you a lot about what is happening. Basically, why that must be happening is because, of course, with all these policy flip-flops, tariff and no tariff here and there, too much uncertainty is being created, and the entire world is now losing the kind of confidence that they used to have trading with the US dollars and doing business with the US directly. Every business man and woman wants to see how a business environment is consistent and predictable. So the unpredictability of US policies is now weighing in on the dollars, and the dollar is now losing value. Many other economies are now looking for options, like, you know, we have the Brexit, set of nations that came together to look for ways to do business without the US dollar, talking about the Russian, Indian, Chinese coalition with South Africa. Okay? So let's go ahead as I take up more of your questions. So those people who always feel that the dollar is the ultimate, well, a lot of things can change over time, and things are never going to be constant because we are in an evolving world. Good afternoon, Coach. Please, my Atlas is not opening. I can't access my portfolio. Okay, we will wait on Atlas, but follow them up on their WhatsApp lines and see. Congratulations on Bua Cement. Yes, I tweeted about that. Real guy. Bua Cement. Okay, let's go on to the charts and see what's happening there. Actually, at the moment, it's 87 Naira 90 kobo. But the interesting thing about Bua is that for the first time in over a year, the stock price has now gained and is on positives. From what we are seeing also, the bids for the first time also in a year is now higher than the offers. Talking about Bua Cement. Currently 1.3 million bids versus 767,000 offers. Once the market pays attention and begins to go after this stock, I can assure you it will be quantum leaps on a daily basis, because the free float of that stock is nothing compared with how much is held by the owners of the company, especially the chairman himself, Rabiu Abdul Samad. All right, so that's the situation with Bua. And for us, we have taken position from 75 to 77 to 83 and so on. And hopefully your patience will be rewarded. What will really propel this stock is if news ever comes out that a new cement plant BUA cement plant is going to be commissioned. That will blow out the stock price. And it is very possible because something like that should have happened last year. It hasn't. We wait to see what happens as time goes on. But basically, even following the technical charts, it is obvious that BUA cement has actually been oversold for too long, and naturally it is supposed to start finding its way back up. So congratulations to all BUA cement holders. Keep your questions coming in. I'm looking at the table now and I'm seeing Cadbury is now at 40 naira per share, 3.8 million shares traded already, 153 million naira spent. Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, coach. I have asked for the Discord link already. 820, never mind. If you are on TikTok asking me questions in my DM, it's going to be very difficult because I have to deal with a whole lot of things and it's not easy for me. That's why I always suggest that you go ahead and do your DMs on Instagram so you can get quicker responses. All right? Mr. D. Abba says, good afternoon, coach. My sister is 46 years old. Please recommend a high-yield dividend stock with strong market liquidity. Number one, in terms of dividend, I would say go for, let her go for NIDF. Never forget that stock. Everyone who is a dividend hunter, don't forget NIDF. Don't miss it at all for anything. And then it will surprise you to note that I will go on to recommend, because you mentioned liquidity and strong dividends, then I will go ahead and mention a stock like GTCO. Why do I say so? Because based on the current, as far the last dividend paid out of 8 naira 3 kobo per share, the dividend yield is currently at 11.31%, which is not bad considering the fact that they also pay twice per year. So by the time she gets NIDF, she will be sure to receive dividend from that NIDF investment 4 times every year, and then add GT Banks 2 times every year. That means 6 times from the 2 companies every blessed year she should be receiving dividends as well. Well, I may say also she should go ahead and add Zenith to that, because liquidity and dividend consistency, Zenith is also a good one to go for at that price, okay? So that should be that for now. And she doesn't necessarily need to spend her money, you know, spreading it across too many stocks. But if the capital is substantial enough, then we may recommend more. NIDF has a current dividend yield of 18.16%. I'm yet to find a stock that has a much higher dividend yield than that. That is to say, the price is still looking very good if you are going by what we have it selling for today. I hope that answers your question and satisfies your curiosity. Boss Beats says, I have 180K, sir. What can I buy for long term? I like the fact that you want to invest for long term, and it doesn't matter how small the money is or how big it is, you're going to enjoy your stay in the market. I will recommend a stock like TIP. Will not be bad. It will give you some substantial quantity while also giving you the opportunity to grow your money even faster. Please, who is FITSIN's registrars? Ade is asking. Well, just give me some time. I will find out for you and give you update on that. All right? Stay on. I will find out for you and respond for that. Is it advisable to buy Lasako now? Darine Fagbure, I'll respond to you right now. Let me just go ahead on the system to check what the situation is with Lasako. Then I will also try to see if I can confirm how sound their financials is. It's looking like they are really gaining attention, gaining maximum 10% today, almost going on full bid. Well, let's see the situation with Lasaco Insurance. They are in the insurance sector that everybody else who knows how disappointing that sector has been has consistently avoided in a while. But it's looking like things are going to be changing for this particular sector. In any case, Lasaco is not bad at all. From what I'm seeing, they generate a revenue of about 29 billion with a net income of 1 billion. Shares outstanding, however, is 11 billion, and that brings their earnings per share to 44 kobo. So Lasaco is a good quality stock at 3 naira, though it's getting maximum today at 3 naira 30 kobo as we speak this minute. That's the situation. You are our investment king, president and chairman, all in one. Maobi, what have I done to deserve this? Okay, which cocoa did you mention, Coach? Chomilicious, please could you clarify? You wrote which coca? I don't understand your question. Just clarify, please. Yes, thank you. Value Tech, I was talking about BRICS. I couldn't recall immediately on the spot. You are very spot on. Would you say I registered with Atlas since Tuesday, but I'm yet to get confirmation? Would you, I'm sure the public holidays in between is really causing problems because you need 48 to 72 hours working days, particularly for your account to be registered, barring any hitches on the side of CSCS, because if it were just to register with Atlas Direct, it's very simple and would have been straightforward. But sometimes they face hitches when it has to complete, when they have to complete the second leg of your registration with the Central Securities Clearing System. So that's what we hope that by the time they join us in this live session, we will be able to look at. Is Fidelity good at 34 naira 25? Please, AY, what Fidelity are you talking about? Are you talking about Fidelity Bank or Fidelity Brokers Abroad? I need to be sure because Fidelity Bank is not 34 naira if that is what you are referring to. Good day, Coach. Happy to see you glowing today. Babatunde Next Go. Thank you very much. I'm glad to know you are happy I'm glowing. We've got to just glow because when you plant and you begin to see what you have planted germinating and making sense, then of course something good is happening. Coach, kindly talk about dollar crash. Well, I've spoken about that already. Maybe you may want to go back to the video after now on YouTube when it shall be uploaded for everyone to see. Okay? Keep your comments coming in, Coach. What is happening to NIDF? Even at 11.7, I bidded 113, and they are not selling to me. Well, you must be looking at it from an app if you are still seeing 111, I mean, because NIDF currently is at 117 as we speak. The last transaction was 1,000 shares sold at 117. And then we have bids of 114. So if you're at 113, then you have to be patient. Yes, the BRICS nations, thank you very much. It looks like transmission of your comments is really, really delayed. What's the best price to log in UBA? Well, at this point, the way the market is going, it's not giving any breathing space. Currently, UBA is at 36 naira 10 kobo, and we have a bid, though very little, at 36.15 already. In any case, maybe 36.10 or 36.05 if you are going to enjoy some favors. Otherwise, it's looking like you have to just put in a bid at 36.20 and damn the consequences no matter what, because we have 26.9 million bids versus 10.9 million offers. That tells us a lot about what's happening with that stock at the moment, right? Okay. Is Fidelity good at 1925? Absolutely, AY. Please go all in because eventually that Fidelity, maybe from next week, it should be selling above 20. If you are not following me, I can tell you, even without me telling you, those who already understand can tell you you are losing money. Good morning, Coach. Please, which stocks are we buying today? Kingsley Ahuchaugu. Well, I made a comment early this morning and I said, if you are in this community, please don't believe the hype that you must buy stocks on a daily basis. It's not necessary because your money doesn't come on a daily basis in quantums. So take your time, buy stocks when the money comes. When you don't have money to buy, don't panic and sell off something you already have based on a plan you already have in place, right? So take your time, buy the stocks as you are able to generate money. And if you don't have money and you are seeing opportunities, just pencil them down. Hopefully in the future, they might still be available or even at a better price than when you heard about those price movements so that you can take full advantage and enjoy your time. And most importantly, so that your plans work out as you have strategized. The problem with distractions is when you plan to stay long-term in a stock and some excitement in some other stock comes up and you decide now to sell what you already have and go into another, you may even be losing money because most often what happens is when you sell the one you have, the moment you sell it, that's when that one starts moving, climbing up. By the way, maybe it was stagnant for a while, but it starts jumping up. Then you go on to buy the one that you know you've heard noises about, how it is now making progress. And then the moment you jump into that one, then it begins to pull back. Can be very frustrating. So you end up losing money both ways, and that's not what you want, especially with the knowledge we are sharing here. Learn to keep calm, take it one step at a time, and hopefully all that you have planned for with time will mature. Oh, really? No audio in... Okay, audio is back now. Okay. I had a complaint about no audio in Instagram. Please, if you can hear me, just type yes, yes, yes. Let me be sure. Excuse me. Let me be sure that everyone can hear me because you can't afford to miss out on the information we are sharing. So if you can hear me, please type yes, yes, yes. And if I have skipped your question for any reason, do not fail to repeat your questions so that we can get back on track and be on the same page. Let me see your yes, 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 so I can be sure that everyone is hearing me on TikTok, on Instagram. Please re-echo your yeses. I need to be sure. Okay, I'm seeing yeses. All right, good. We are on the same page right now. So if I have not responded to your question, I'm sorry. Maybe I must have jumped, and it's important for us to always repeat your questions so that we can get back to them and not miss out on anyone. What price should we place to buy Bua cement at the moment? Ngosoya. Bua cement right now. Let me go through the current bid and offer status so that I can advise. Currently it's at 87.70. The last transaction, 17,000 shares. Total transactions done so far, 850,000 shares. 73 million naira already staked in Bua cement, more still flying. Current bid and offer status 1.3 million bids versus 695,000 offers. So the offers are dropping. It was 700 and something thousand offers then. Now you can actually bid at 85.50 and get sold to Bua cement. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to go straight in, place a bid at 87.70 and you get sold to straight up. Excuse me. Greetings, Coach. I bought HGBL at $1.98 per share last night. Already 6% up. Thank you, Coach. Okoye Uche Steven. Thank you very much for that positive feedback. There's a lot in the international market that we'll be looking at today. Unfortunately, we are getting into the weekend when there will be no live sessions anymore. So if you are not on the Discord app, you're going to be missing out on a lot of things based on development that is happening. Israel struck Iran yesterday, and there is already war brewing in that part of the world. What that does to the oil industry is that oil prices will now go up because Iran is a major oil producer. And when they come under attack, definitely world oil production will reduce. That means crude oil price will begin to go up. Congratulations to Nigeria, whose benchmark budget price for crude oil is surely going to be much cheaper than what it currently is at the moment. And then, of course, our crude oil per barrel will now become more expensive than they planned the budget on, right? And then we have a situation where that means some oil stocks in the U.S. market will jump, right? And then, of course, because war is brewing, some defense stocks will also be jumping. So in the course of today's session, we'll be talking about this, and then over the weekend, whatever developments that comes up, we will also talk about that, right? That's what is happening in the international market right now. Thank you for the other day, coach. That's Edo Abraham. Can you tell me what happened? He said, I'm using Bamboo to buy stock. I'd love to know how to track live trade and market. Well, Bamboo cannot supply you that information. You've got to be registered with, a broker who can provide such services for you. Which app or where can one buy these shares? Kodichima, you can actually join, open a brokerage account with Atlas Portfolios. We'd normally use them because of the user interface, and of course they offer about the cheapest in terms of commissions on transaction. So you get real-time data from anywhere you are in the world. You open your account from anywhere you are in the world, you fund the trade, make money, and money jumps into your bank account. That's the way it works. But please, let's understand this. The stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We are carefully investing knowledgeably to make money. Sometimes the market gets to reward us quicker than we expect. But please understand, it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. What I have tried to do here is to offer my 27 years experience in this market. I was going through one of my receipts the other day. I saw that I bought First Bank shares at about, was it 17 naira or something per share, something like that? And then I sold it at 30 naira per share many years ago. Was it like 2008 or something like that? I will find out and share that with us. So that same First Bank is still less than 30 naira now, and that gives me the impetus to find a way to accumulate. Remember, I was telling us when it was 24. Now it's about 28, 29 or thereabouts. So that's the way it is. But that's not all. It's not that you are losing money if you had invested since then till now. It's just that the banks have continued to recapitalize and create more shares, thereby diluting the existing shares and making it difficult for the stock price to continue to rise. It's regulated by the CBN, and so from time to time, they get dilutions. By the way, they've also offered bonus shares all the way from that time till now. So, but if you bring that subject up now, people who don't know anything about the stock market way back will jump on it and say, well, you see, you sold First Bank at 30 naira so and so years ago. Up till now, it's still not 30 naira as we speak, blah, blah, blah. They are missing something that those of you who are in this community cannot miss out from, right? So before you jump on any publication or any post and start struggling to argue, it's important for us to know what is really going on behind the scenes before now. There is a history behind every performance in the market, and do not go out there and argue only to end up embarrassing yourself that you really don't know the market you are talking about, having missed out on so many other details that have developed before now. They have not given me any information as regards how I can get my dividend paid. Amadioha, who are you referring to? Hello, coach. I've been trying to get to first registrars with regards to my dividends on Fidelity. Okay. Are you in Nigeria? If you are, look for a major branch of First Bank and go straight there. Their registrars are always found in their major branches. Otherwise, search for the nearest First registrars closest to your city and go ahead. Okay? All right. Oh, you are not in Nigeria. Then you have to contact your broker, because sometimes it becomes easier dealing with registrars through your broker. So email your broker, complain to them that you've been trying to reach out to your registrars and they are not responding, so that you can get attention and of course get paid what is due you. Yes? All right. Say something about NB. Chini is asking, well, Nigerian breweries had enjoyed some very good attention, having suffered several times last year based on the losses they incurred in the course of that dollar-denominated losses by manufacturers and importers of raw materials who manufacture in Nigeria. In any case, that run is coming to an end. There will now be a time of consolidation. You know, the stock price actually collapsed to as low as 26 last year. Let me see the 52 weeks low of Nigerian breweries. You see that? 25 naira, 25 kobo. I'm not far from the fact. So Nigerian breweries dropped to as low as 25 naira, 25 kobo last year. And after the turnaround, there was a bounce, and that's what most of the breweries companies are enjoying at the moment. So if you hold any brewery stock, you can hold on to it. But now that it's at 58, having bounced from 25, right, it will find a way to consolidate for a while, because the stock market never moves on a straight line, whether it is gaining or it is losing. There is always a time when it will change direction, right? So at the moment, it will consolidate around 58, stay a while. It is trying hard now to test that 60 naira per share margin, okay? Interestingly, it has actually touched that 60 naira mark, because the 52 weeks high or 1 year highest price that's attained is 60 naira. So it's trying to beat that psychological barrier above 60. So what it's trying to do now is to gather some momentum, and therefore I see it as a good enterprise. What the current price is now at 58.50, because anytime from now it will reattempt jumping above 60, and if it gathers sufficient momentum under 58, it should climb above 60 and stay above it. So if you are interested in buying Nigerian breweries, this is not a bad time to buy. Though currently the bids are less than the offer. 1.8 million bids versus 2.8 million offers. So there are more than 1 million offers than there are bids. And that is why it's currently losing slightly, just 50 kobo per share, after having closed at 59 naira yesterday, currently 58.50. Ladies and gentlemen, something is happening with Dangote Sugar. Remember, Dangote stepped down as chairman. Aliko Dangote has stepped down as chairman of Dangote Sugar Refinery. Let's get it straight. And the person he has handed over to has been in the advisory board of the Dangote Group, the advisory committee of the Dangote Group, for over 10 years. That means he's handing over the chairmanship of the sugar refinery business to a strong in-house dependable ally. And that will also help the company now to run without the distraction of waiting for Alaji to be there when they need to make some critical decisions and take some major steps. Well, some people might be wondering, does that mean that he's no longer interested in the sugar refinery business? Is it that it is now less important than the crude oil refinery? Well, it is actually a good sign that sometimes some sort of invisible shackles have been let loose. Dangote Sugar Refinery, in my opinion, will now get all the management attention that it needs. Now, if they need to keep meeting and doing things, they don't need to wait for Alaji to come down from Qatar or Dubai or wherever he went to. By a phone call, the new chairman can get instructions from him and they can just execute. So watch out, because remember, Dangote Sugar actually established a new sugar refinery in Ghana, and a whole lot of changes is taking place. As I speak to you, the stock price is now jumping. It's now 41. Some of you were fortunate to buy at 33, some at 36. And we kept harping on that here. I kept crying to people to go ahead, buy. Don't be scared. This is a business that will bounce. What do we have here? 4.8 million shares already traded of Dangote Sugar, worth 199 million naira. Currently, it's at 41 naira, 10 kobo, 3.5 million bids versus 1.8 million offers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a strange world of financial progress. Is USCN a good buy now? And if not, at what price should we get in, sir? Clinton is asking. Well, I kept mentioning USCN at 33. It was very, very patient with us, stayed on at 33 for so long. Now it's at 35 naira per share. In any case, I think you can actually buy at less than 35 if you will stay patient, though the bid is far higher, 4.6 million bids versus 1.2 million offers. But put in a bid at 34.70 and make sure you are staying patient. All right, I have a witness here. Ayowale says she bought at 33 naira per share. It's already 35. So we are talking about like 2 naira per share gained already. If Ayowale actually spent, let's assume, 33 million naira buying 1 million shares of USCN, surely the 2 naira gained means 2 million naira already on that investment. You see how it works right now? Good. Without sweating, without struggles, this is what happens. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you live updates about opportunities in the market. For those who want to buy NIDF, well, it's now at 113. In fact, I saw it sell up to 113 naira per share at the moment, which is a good buy if you ask me, because it will hardly close higher than the 111 at the moment until some serious attention is given to it. And the quantity traded last was quite reasonable. 44,000 shares at once was traded at 113 naira per share, which is very, very good. Thank you very much for those who are just joining. If you do not know what we're doing, well, we're exploring legitimate means of making money through the capital markets, banking on my 27 years experience to do this. Daily, we look for opportunities, and so many people are even not aware that the stock market actually opens on a daily basis from 10 to 2:20 p.m. Nigerian time. A lot of people think it's only when there is public offer that stocks are sold. No. Every day, if you want to buy and sell any stock that is listed, why not? CC Mero says, Dangote Sugar is still a good buy? Well, if you ask me, I will say yes, because of the prospects that we're looking at. And with what is happening with Dangote Sugar now, it is telling us that the market is really impressed and happy with the stepping down of Aliko Dangote from the chairmanship of the board. And it means that sufficient attention will now be given to that company, while Aliko continues to follow up with other engagements in the group. Okay? Oh, Ayowale bought Dangote Sugar 33. Wow. Okay, she said not USC and Dangote Sugar. Awesome. You see, that was when it got to its lowest. Most recently, I think that was in April. The first week of April, I remember very vividly. If you bought that time, then you must have bought at that 33, and congratulations to you for that. April just passed, we are talking about a little over about 2 months ago. Bought at 33, now 41. So much money to be made in the market. Sometimes we just, that's why it's always better to put your money in the market instead of leaving it in the bank. MEFX says, how do I buy shares? Now I'd like to call on Maobi to come on board and speak to MEFX. Says, how can I buy shares? Maobi, are you in the house? Atlas Portfolios, I need to confirm if you are in the house also, so we can continue to explore. Remember, I said something about feeds in the last time we met, and we're looking at, even this morning, I made a post on the Discord group. So if you are not in the Discord group, this is how to join. It's free of charge. Just send me a DM by following me on Instagram at Wealth Coach Omiete. I'm typing my details so you can follow. Search me with that user handle on Instagram. Follow me and send me a DM that I want to join the Network Investors Club. I also want the link to open my brokerage account, and I will do so for you. Can I buy FTN Cocoa now? Chomilicious, please go ahead and buy, because everywhere is now red hot. Things are happening in the market. FTN Cocoa is no longer coming down to 2 naira 20 kobo as expected. So what I advise, go ahead and buy. For FeedSyn, which I made mention of, on Wednesday, the last time we were here together, FeedSyn was actually on full bid. Today, there were supplies, but it looks like the supplies have been cleared again. Currently, 38 naira 40 kobo. That FeedSyn actually sold at some point today at even 36. Yeah, I saw it selling at 36, but there you go again. And I mentioned it that once the first pullback happens, as supplies begins to appear, you may want to buy a few tranches of that. Well, we'll see how it goes. I know they will still make some supplies available, and then things will eventually continue to look good. At the moment, FTN Cocoa is 2 naira 75 kobo per share. Well, since I can't find Maobi at the moment, I'll just explain to you how to buy stocks. Open a stock brokerage account, go ahead and fund your account, get knowledge, go to my YouTube channel. The link to all my social media handles are also on that Linktree link on my bio there. Click on it, follow me on all those platforms, subscribe to my free YouTube channel, and then enjoy knowledge. Join us on a daily basis, 12 noon to 2 p.m. to be a part of the knowledge session and market analysis, so that you can continue to enjoy investment insights and make money out of the thing we are talking about. A lot of sense is made on a daily basis, and if you miss out on anyone, you could as well go on the YouTube channel on a daily basis. We are on YouTube, of course. Always downloading the app, the live sessions. So anybody who missed out on anything or who wants to revisit, please go ahead. There are so many others and so many companies that we've spoken about. Go ahead and rewatch those videos and take notes. Have a journal for yourself. Take notes so that you can go back to the notes. It's much easier to reference those notes and do what you have to do. But by all means, invest knowledgeably. Of course, you can also join Network Investors Club. We are on Discord. You too, download your Discord app. And when you join Network Investors Club for the first time, please carefully read the welcome message. That welcome message is what will show you many other things that you need to do to take advantage of that platform. So don't stay in the landing page, in the welcome page, and hope that things will happen. No, there are channels where certain stocks are discussed. The Nigerian stocks and the foreign stocks are discussed various in other channels. So you need to read carefully and then before you go in. Okay, how do I join the club? MEFX, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM to send you the link to join. There are more than 2,200 people, members of the club right now. Nigerians scattered abroad, Nigerians also in Nigeria, and some foreigners involved as well. A lot is going to be happening, especially with the kind of work I'm putting in this weekend. A lot of changes will happen. We will start seeing so many posts about swing trades. For those who are interested in investing in the US market, forget about that day trade if you are not good at day trading at all, because it can be scary, it can be dangerous, almost like Forex. So you need some very good experience in day trading using technical charts. Apart from that, then I can tell you swing trades is good. So I will, swing trades do not come often, and you need more time for it to mature into profits. So maybe in days or weeks or a few months, you buy and sell, and then you get, so that gives you more peace of mind. You know that you are not at a loss if you don't sell almost immediately. You just need to wait a bit. And so those posts will be coming maybe monthly or weekly. As time goes on, we're going to improve on that as well. And every information will always first land on the group and maybe on my YouTube channel as well. Pay attention, because special posts will also be coming up on the YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do so. Ladies and gentlemen, FTN Cocoa is flying, 2 naira 80 kobo at the moment. It's really buzzing here. Okay, back to, all right, I have my hobby standing by. I'll admit you in, and then we'll see any other inquiries that arises. I'm also looking for Atlas portfolios. Please feel free to join us because perhaps there are requests that are pending. Unfortunately, I lost connection with Instagram. Apologies to all the Instagram followers who are hooked up to this live session. I'm back up on Instagram also, so let's keep going. Never be discouraged. We remain determined and we stay invested. What's your name on Instagram? MEFX. Okay, I'll type my Instagram handle again at Wealth Coach Omiete. The same handle I use all over the place at Wealth Coach Omiete. That's it there. So you can screen grab, then search me up there. Apologies to everyone on Instagram. We lost connection there due to one mix-up or the other, but thank God we're back. We will stay focused and committed, not getting discouraged. Please, sir, can one qualify for the VFD group share bonus now? And is it a good buy at the moment? Ella, the bonus has already been marked down. That's why it's this cheap. 5-for-1 bonus done and dusted. It went as high as 93 naira before they marked it down to around 1560, and then it has just risen also to around 17 that is trading for now. So you no longer qualify for that bonus, even if they have not allotted the bonus shares yet. Okay? I can't send you a DM on IG. Say it right. Why is that? You are the only one I'm hearing this from at the moment. Is there a problem? Sir, Coach, is it a good idea to sell part of my NASCON to buy Dang Sugar? I'm currently 105% up on NASCON. Well, if you feel like you want to take a bit of Dangote Sugar, I can say it's in order. Considering you are 105% up, a roller, that's actually a good move, and I will explain. In the Dangote Foods arrangement that was started last year, where Dangote Sugar, NASCON, and Dangote Rice, which is private, were going to be merged as one company and therefore called Dangote Foods, with valuation between 100 naira and 150 per share when the food businesses are merged together. In that scheme of merger arrangement, Dangote Sugar Refinery is actually a bigger entity compared to NASCON. So if you go ahead and buy Dangote Sugar and that merger continues and comes to fruition, then I can assure you that you have made a masterstroke move, because one Dangote Foods post-merger is going to be allotted for one Dangote Sugar. But for NASCON, it will be 13 Dangote food for 14 NASCON. So you can see the slight difference between the valuation as far as the company is concerned regarding sugar and NASCON. So it's a good move. Honestly, no regrets. In fact, Dangote Sugar can pursue NASCON and catch up with it at 50 or something. So some upsides left in Dangote Sugar to establish. In any case, currently, as far as the numbers are concerned, NASCON is better, and that's why the price is now higher. Otherwise, they were almost about the same price at some point. But you will now see a big difference because the sugar refinery in Ghana, which is just established most recently, is going to now add to the books of Dangote Sugar. And that will also increase the value of the entire business. I hope you got something. Instagram family, thank you very much and welcome back. Really appreciate. Amy FX says you can't send DM on Instagram. I'm surprised. Why? Is first holdco still a good buy? Ayowale, well, as long as you are staying long term, first holdco is a good buy. Cornerstone Insurance just declared 27 kobo dividend. Qualification date 7th of July. Payment date 29th of July. That's a good one. How much is Cornerstone? Let's see. Cornerstone is currently 380 per share. Not bad. The insurance companies, some of these insurance companies, especially the older ones, are really trying. Coach, what's your take on WAPIC and what's the best entry point? I bought some last month and I'm planning to accumulate. Just need your take. Well, WAPIC Insurance, let's see what it is. Currently 2 naira 3 kobo. All right, let me do a quick check on WAPIC, what the status is, so we can make up our mind. WAPIC, right? WAPIC Insurance. All right. Let's not forget, WAPIC Insurance is currently Coronation Insurance. They are making an earnings per share of 42 kobo. That's nice. Some of these insurance companies are really looking good. Revenue 56 billion, and the revenue is far more than the market capitalization. You can imagine that. Net income 10 billion. But the shares outstanding is 23 billion. That's where the problem always is, and that's why the earnings per share is still not up to 1 naira per share, but it's not bad considering the PE ratio of 4.71. I think it's also time to do a comparative analysis of the insurance companies. We know the true and clear leader in the insurance sector, talking about custodian insurance. That's why it's most expensive, 22 naira or 23 naira per share. But it's time to really know the best insurance companies, especially top 5 or top 10 at least, because you have some of them still trading at kobo levels, and who knows, there could be value in it. Maybe this weekend I'll focus on that. By the way, I'm still trying to work on the video for comparative analysis between GT Bank and Stanbic IBTC. Okay, so that's that about Coronation Insurance, which is the WAPIC insurance we're looking at. Which is the best insurance firm to invest in Nigeria for a 1-year investment return? Kingsley Ahuchagu. When you speak like this, nobody knows these things via a crystal ball. Things just happen over time, and some of the inherent value in these companies you can't see based on the reports you are looking at, especially knowing the fact that every reference now is made to 2024 results, but 2024 is gone. So some companies might double up on what they are doing. Insurance companies can open up more businesses and more branches, and maybe they could now get better than they were last year and do better than their peers last year. So you just can't tell, but at least previous performance is also a pointer to who the leaders are. And like I said, number 1 is custodian insurance. Number 2, I will call NEM insurance. And I mentioned that in the group this morning, that NEM insurance, the numbers are fantastic. Imagine a company paying 1 naira per share dividend, yet it's still selling for around 15 naira per share, right? So name insurance, number 2 behind custodian, and it could do a custodian by jumping towards 18 naira or 20 naira per share. Then we have Mansard, don't forget. Mansard Insurance, it's a former subsidiary of GT Bank. And you know, the way GT Bank is managed is the way Mansard Insurance is also managed. So I've given you the top 3 already. Over to you. Hello, coach. What price can I bid First Holdco, Access, and GT Co? Well, First Holdco, I'm seeing somewhere around 28. So maybe you can be able to get it at 28.65 at the moment, dropping from the 29 it got to. Access is currently at 22.40. I don't think it's going to easily drop below 22 for the moment. And then GT Co, well, I saw it jumping to 71. And I don't know if it will go below 71. Currently 71.30. Yesterday it closed at 71, and today is 71 naira 30 kobo. 25 million bids versus 4 million offers. Almost impossible to buy it below 31. So I mean 71. So over to you to make your decision. Is Stanbic IBTC reliable? Charles Brain. Absolutely reliable. Honestly speaking, that's the only bank that is giving GT a run for its money right now in the banking space on the NGX in terms of share price performance. Good day, sir. How much do I need to start on a daily trade? And are apps like Bamboo reliable for stock? What daily trade? You don't day trade Nigerian stocks because the maximum gain is 10% and the maximum loss is 10%. Everybody needs to understand some of these rules and not go into the market, because if you do so trying to day trade, maybe a stock dips low and then jumps back up. So you may gain up to 15%, but how often can you be able to do that, and how accurate can you get to always find that stock that dipped at first, then jumped up 10% plus to offer you the 10% or more? Very difficult. So the volatility level in the Nigerian market is nothing to day trade about. So you do swing trade instead. And swing trade means you just buy, wait for some days, weeks, months, then you sell at a good profit. And then for apps, we do not recommend apps here because they are not really reliable in terms of data transmission and all that. And of course, commissions can be too high. Register with a licensed broker directly, pay your commission once and for all, and make money. NIDF current price, okay, I'm going to do that for you. You don't even have a name, so I don't know what to refer to you, but you know yourself who is asking for NIDF price. Currently, NIDF is at 117 now. We saw it trade as low as 113. Charles Brain says, I'm confused. I want to sell one of my property for 100 million and invest it in stock. I don't know if it's wise. You need proper guidance, and we need to be sure that it's not a property that you heavily depend on a daily basis. If so, and of course you have some other property, then it's wise to do so because you need liquidity. I've always said it. I do not own properties. I'm not a fan of real estate, but that doesn't mean you should be discouraged from getting into real estate if you are a real estate person. Yeah? Okay, so it shouldn't be a problem if you love real estate and invest in it, but the problem you will have in staying in real estate alone is liquidity issues. For instance, you have a property of 100 million, but you have a 10 million naira problem. You can't go and start looking for how to sell a 100 million naira property because you want to solve a 10 million naira problem and nobody is willing to borrow you 10 million naira. Or you want to go to the bank and take loan at very ridiculous interest rates. All the processes is not what you want to go through because it's urgent. You can't go ahead and take one room from that 100 million naira property to sell for 10 million because you have a 10 million naira problem. Then you will have to now go through the punishment of suffering from not having that money or selling your property at heavy distress rate. And they will tell you for that 100 million property, because they see that you need it, you are in distress. They will now say distress sale price, 75 million or 70 million. So the liquidity issues, apart from maintenance and all that, I don't have that time. I don't like struggling. My struggle is here. I prefer to work here. I can be indoors for one full week, not step out because I'm busy here. That's my approach. So it is good that you diversify into stocks and have some liquid funds so that little challenges you can meet, and then of course the chance to grow your money rapidly under guidance. So maybe you want, well, you go ahead and do what you want, sell that property, and let's work out a way to do it. Or just follow instructions here if you like. Or if you want private coaching, why not? Feel free. But it is a very good decision. Just like I was here advising Nafisa that she could go ahead, buy that property, because I am confident and I know that she's well liquid when it comes to stocks. So she can't be stranded with cash. And an asset will always be an asset. So it's a chance to diversify, but to stay in one asset class, it's not okay. The only real estate property that is standing, apart from land, that is standing that I own is the house I live in. That's all. I don't have time to go and be maintaining property and then tenants will come and destroy it. I will now need money to set it up again to get another tenant who will still come and destroy it. I don't have that patience. The money should be working faster. We are in a jet age right now. No time for slow motion. Yes? All right. Where are my callers? My goodness, we have 6 callers standing by. And I'm going to call you one after the other based on your standing on the queue. Yusuf, take one, is the first. AY is next. Emmanuel Shelep is next. Coach Mike is next. Charles Brain is next. And then we have K Black. So let's go on with Yusuf, our first call for the day. Yusuf, are you there? Hello, Yusuf, are you there? Your microphone is muted. If you can hear me, go ahead, Yusuf. Otherwise, we proceed with AY. Hello, AY. Hello. AY, could you speak up, please? Unfortunately, we lost AY. And Emmanuel Shelep is next on the queue. Hello, Emmanuel. Can you unmute your mic and let's get talking?
How long will it take you down?
Hello. Hello, Emmanuel, are you there?
To provide job. After going to NYS like that, maybe I can't
All
help
right. Looks like they are just calling in without knowing they are on the live session. Coach Mike is next on the line. While we're trying to connect with Mike, let me see. Oyin Lolua says, Coach, I have some fund to buy stock. I'm 28 years. Which one can you recommend? I need to build my pot. Well, you've been listening to all what we are saying. What are you waiting for? 28 means you have a whole lot of time advantage to yourself. I'm trying to check what you can start buying right now. Go ahead and buy USCN at 34. Hello, Coach Mike. Okay, that connection is still ongoing. While we are waiting for that connection to hold, what's the best current day's investment opportunity for someone with 1 to 3 million? What's the best current day investment? I don't understand. If you want to invest in stocks and you have 1.3 million, buy First Bank at 28 naira per share. Add Aradel. Unfortunately, Aradel is beginning to climb. And by the way, as oil prices climb, some oil stocks will keep going up here. And maybe that's why we have Aradel currently now at 519 naira per share from the 500 naira it closed on Wednesday. So add Aradel to it. And then, of course, add UACN if you like. Also include a value stock like TIP to it. You don't need to, I want to talk. Muftau says he wants to talk. Okay, we've lost. I don't know what's happening to all our callers. Well, we go on to Charles Brain. Let's see if we can connect with Charles Brain and proceed with the discussion. Which stock can I buy for swing trade? Can we talk about First Bank, 28 naira per share. Full stop. If you are not following me, you are losing money. Hello.
Hello, Coach. Good morning, sir.
Very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Charles. I'm streaming from Ghana.
Charles from Ghana, it's good to have you. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to thank you for all you have been doing for us, enlightening us when it comes to investing. You know, I've learned a lot from you since I started following you. This is my first time calling. Actually, I just
Wow.
I just watch and learn. I'm 27 and I have lots of. I'm into real estate really. I'm a real estate developer. So mostly I don't really give interest into stocks and that until I met your page. So now I'm thinking of switching to stocks because like recent I do mutual funds. Like I watched your page. So last year I actually sold one of my property for 50 million and invested in mutual funds with Stanbic. And I'm seeing that I'm getting a better return than the return I'm getting on the property. Apart from tenants, how to pursue tenants, all this kind of maintenance. So
You see the point?
I think it's better for me to switch. So I've been doing mutual funds because I don't like the stress of stocks. You know, I'm a bit scared unless I need a coach. So now I want to switch into stocks fully. So I don't know which stocks and how to go about it. I've been hearing of bamboo, I've downloaded bamboo, chaka, I've done the registration, but I still I'm still confused on the one to pick. You
All
know,
right.
I do stocks, but I normally do the ones with mutual funds, like the stocks that the mutual funds manage. Yes. Well, I've not
Okay.
done personal me picking them individually, so I don't know.
I think you have enough time to get a solid knowledge about the stock markets, and if it is not something you can gather from these free sessions on all these platforms that I do, then you may want to enroll for my one-on-one coaching and get fully grounded and secure the growth of whatever you are putting in the market without guesswork, without the fear that you used to have. Many people um, have run away from the market because they are not too sure what to do and nobody to really point them, no one with results. We are not talking about um, social media posts here right now. We are talking real time, practical experience. And it will do you a world of good. You'll be amazed what will become of whatever you are investing in the market. Like
Yeah.
you have already stated, it's something I knew about a long time ago, and that kept me away from real estate because it's just almost like stress that I don't need. And if you really want to be investment savvy,
it's better that you grow money in the market faster than buy real estate at your leisure. In any case, you are doing absolutely well, having started off in real estate, but it's important to really take advantage of what the market brings because you now have substantial funds to really double up your returns in the market.
Yeah.
And if you like, you can contact me on Instagram and we work out something very workable for you. You need that
Oh,
knowledge. I am happy with how early you have started. Every time I hear I'm 27, I'm 28, I'm 30, I get excited because I'm speaking to billionaires already. They may not know that they are billionaires because I can just quickly say, okay, within the next 5, 10 years, if we work on your portfolio, you will turn a billionaire. Simple, straightforward. There's no gimmicks,
yeah.
right? So let's see what happens after here. If you have my Instagram handle,
I would
DM.
like. I'm not the social media type, so I don't even have Instagram. You understand? So I don't know if there's another way, unless I have to download it or something.
No problem. Whatever you like. Maybe you can reach me
Or
on
WhatsApp.
okay. That's fine. Maybe we can talk about that on WhatsApp then.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Charles. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll go on to the next. The mature something. I don't know. But before you, we had K Black. Yes, K Black was standing by. I think this thing can cause confusion. Some people come late and they put them up there. Let's see.
Hello, coach. Good
Hello,
afternoon.
good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Ali, and I'm streaming from Birmingham, United Kingdom.
Okay, Maryland, United Kingdom. Thank you very much, Ali, for joining. It's good to have you here. Go
Pleasure
ahead.
is mine, coach. So, coach, I've been following you for like 2 years, and I started investing.
2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years because I wanted to understand what I'm going into because all my investment I want to invest now are strictly for my children and my grandchildren because I'm all right on myself.
Awesome. Great guy.
So my
Go
issue
ahead.
I'm having now is I don't really know how to bid. I just once you make a call of a trade to buy, I just go ahead and buy because I'm actually not withdrawing in the next 2 or 3 years. Even 5 years I'm not withdrawing. So I just buy and keep. So I would love to know how to bid and how to follow the market on what to check when I want to invest without being in the life if I'm just on the market on my own regular day. Something like that.
Um, what platform do you use?
Atlas portfolio.
Great. I have some videos on my YouTube channel. There
Okay.
is one that was produced by Atlas. It's quite long, more than 1 hour.
Okay.
But before that, I also have two other videos, 15 minutes each.
Okay.
I made that video many years ago about how to trade Nigerian stocks on Morgan Capital platform. It's
Okay.
absolutely the same platform with Atlas.
Okay.
So you can just go on that YouTube channel, search for those videos and watch them, especially those two 15-minute videos.
So
That will help you to do your bid and offer straight on Atlas. Are you there, Ali?
yeah. Hello, coach. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. So I'm actually on your YouTube channel because I've always been on your YouTube channel.
Okay. So just search how to bid for Nigerian, how to trade Nigerian stocks on Morgan Capital platform. Those are the two older videos to show you how
Let
to
me
just
write it down.
the platform. Yes, and then if you like, you can also watch the one of Atlas, which is quite longer. The next on the queue is Gracias, and then after Gracias, we'll come to Pama US.
Coach,
Yes, sir.
um, what platform to invest on foreign stock markets with Nigeria banks?
Optimus by Afri Invest.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I'll create that today.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, coach. God bless you for all you do, sir. I really,
God
really
bless you
appreciate
more. Enjoy. Bye
it.
for now.
Bye.
Okay, gracias. You are next on the queue. I'll go back to the comment section as well. Atlas seems to work better on laptops and desktops compared to mobile. That's from
Hello,
the.
coach.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Actually, I've been on your platform also up to a year, but actually, I've been reluctant to register with Atlas. What is there any chance? Because I was going through the registration you sent to me on Instagram, but I think they are asking of utility bills. In that case, can someone in diaspora register?
Sorry, I even forgot to ask what's your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Ade. I'm streaming from Poland.
Ade from Poland, I can tell you categorically you can use your Polish residence as a proof of address. So that utility bill from there is acceptable.
Okay.
Yes.
Then secondly, I want to know, actually, I'm a ex-banker also. I in First Bank in Nigeria for a couple of years. But actually, I want to know, is it what is the return on investment if you are, because I did some fixed deposit. If you are doing some stocks trading, like what is the return on investment compared to the rates given on fixed deposits in the bank now?
Okay, do you have the faintest idea of what rate?
The
That's
rate given by it depends on the commercial banks. The one presently with Wema, I think it's 14 something, 14 point something. But actually, the return is too low. Like, give an example. If you put like maybe you have a portfolio of 20 million for 3 months, can you realize something close to maybe 2 million plus or 3 million? Because amount on return on investment on such amount in commercial bank is very low. So I see it as just waste of time.
absolutely, that's why we do stocks. In investing in stocks, you have two things working for you. You have the chance to grow the money in terms of capital gains. You also have dividend cash flow from time to time. And some stocks, the way stocks really pays is not about what the current dividend yield is. It's about how early you are able to take position in a stock and then patiently stay in for the stock to now grow to maturity. Sometimes it could take as quick as 3 to 5 years, depending on at what point in the life and history of that stock you bought. I'll give you an instance. Currently, if you buy NIDF, the dividend yield is 18.16%. Now, dividends also grow. When NIDF got listed on the stock exchange 3 years or 2 years ago, we were paying 3 naira plus as dividend. I'm talking about quarterly dividend, but this company now pays quarterly dividends. Every 3 months, they pay out dividends. But as we speak now, that dividend that used to be 3 naira 50 kobo or something like that has grown to 5 naira 50 kobo. So in the next couple of years, it could just keep increasing to the extent, eventually, based on how early you bought an idea, your dividend yield can just be like 20%, 25%, and so on. Now, I'll give you a practical example. A stock like NACO that we have been talking about here, 5 years ago during COVID, NACO was selling for 2 naira per share because of the social distancing situation where people weren't traveling anymore, right? And NACO, if someone had bought in 2020, just 5 years ago, just 2 naira per share, currently we are talking about 79.80 naira per share for NACO. Are you with me, sir?
I'm with you, sir.
All right. I'm still trying to get the accurate analysis of that particular stock so we can really, I just want to be very clear with you. NACO was even selling as low as 1 naira 83 kobo around 29th of June. 1 naira 60 something kobo. So just say 2 naira. If you invested 2 million naira in NACO then, you would have spent just 2 million naira to invest in 1 million shares of NACO. Now, that 1 million shares of NACO even gave a bonus of 1 for 5, that same 2020. And 1 for 5 means for every 5 you have, they give you 1 free. Your 1 million shares divided by 5 means 250,000 shares of NACO would have been given to you free. So your total number of shares is now 1.25 million shares of NACO. All you spent was 2 million. Today, as we speak in the market right now, NACO is selling for about how much? 82 naira as we speak. Now, 1,200,000, let's go up to the system here. 1,250,000 shares of NACO at 82 naira per share is how much? Here is the value of your 2 million naira spent 5 years ago, right? 1,200,000 shares, 250,000 shares, times 82 naira per share. Your 2 million naira invested 5 years ago is now worth 102,500,000.
Wow. Yeah.
That's capital gain. So take out 2 million there. That means you made 100,500,000 as capital gain. That aside, you have 1,250,000 shares. NACO paid 5 naira 93 kobo as dividend this year. That's for last year. 1,250,000 times 5 naira 93 kobo, 5.93. Total dividend 7.4 million for 2024 financial year alone. They used to pay 45 kobo, then they got to 85 kobo, then they got to 1 naira per share. All the dividends received in the last 5 years, notwithstanding. For 2024 financial year that they paid last month or so, this is what you got, 7.4 million. How much did you spend buying that stock? 2 million naira. Now let's check what the dividend yield currently is as we speak. This means 2 million naira divided by the 7,412 naira. Sorry, 2 million divided by the total dividend received, 7,412,500 naira. 26%, I mean 200 and, what am I saying? It can't be 26%. 200 and what? No. All right, let's get it done this way. 7,412,500 minus 2 million. We have 5 million and this divided by 2 million. Yes, 270, I got it. 270% dividend yield. Are you with me, sir? Well,
Yeah.
I believe
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you, sir.
So
I can see what
from
you're saying.
now onwards, your dividend yield is 270 million. Because you invested 5 years ago in a stock that's rocketed to what it is in terms of dividend payout. So there is no other investment in this life that will keep giving you 200 and something, almost 300%.
Almost 300, exactly.
Investment on a yearly basis. This is where the real money in the stock market is. We are not talking about the over 100 million naira capital gains recorded already. That's why we tell people, when you come, get the knowledge in the market and invest knowledgeably, because there is too much to gain if you do. If you do hit and run,
you will be taking peanuts and feeling great, not knowing that there is a lot for you in the market. Now, who will want to sell those stocks and miss out on a yearly return on investment like this? Nobody. Unless you want to diversify a bit of it into some other stocks and repeat the process with some other stocks.
Exactly.
That's it. I hope I'm very clear now.
Yeah, very clear. So I've messages. So I need to talk to you privately, okay?
It's okay, no problems. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. Bye for now. Palmer US, you are next. While we're trying to connect with you, let me see what questions I can respond to here. By the way,
Good afternoon, sir.
Managers that I can reach out to, I want to set up a trust analysis. Usually, we virtually discuss with either UBA trustees or IBTC trustees. I think that's what happens. Vivian, if you can hear me. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name.
Can you hear me, sir?
From. I can hear you loud and clear.
My name is David Austin. I'm calling from Nigeria, Port Harcourt, Bonny Island in particular.
David Austin from Bonny Island in Rivers State. Thank you very much for joining.
Yes, sir. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. You are giving us confidence once again. Wow. I actually started stock early, but due to one or two things, I withdrew back. I was scared of the market because of that initial the global meltdown. I lost a lot of money, so I was scared. But following your channel now, I think I'm getting confidence back. So I'm looking at long terms of 3-4 years. I would like to reinvest. I need to get some portfolio again. So I said, let me consult you and see how I'll go about it. Then secondly, I used to have a stockbroker called CSL Broker, and now I'm trying to get to them. I'm not really getting enough information. So I'm trying to see if I can use the Bamboo app. Don't know how reliable they are. Thank you very much.
Okay. First off, I would advise you invest in because the sound on your background that is okay. Thank you for
I can hear you.
Yes. So first things first, we are in this market to make money, and for me, it is I owe it like an obligation to tell you the truth. Invest directly with a licensed broker to avoid paying too much commission because you are in the market to make money. Maybe many others who talk about these fintech apps do not know, but I can tell you, you are going to be paying too much on commissions, and it is not illegal. It's because they render you the to invest, but because they do not have license, they connect with the licensed broker, and the licensed broker will also charge you statutory fees for transactions done. They are much better to use if you are investing in foreign stocks because that point broker can actually verify you here. So you being in Nigeria, you should take advantage of being here to invest directly with a broker. Simple. Now, I don't know, you said CSL stock brokers have been one of the most prominent those days when we started, and it continues to stand out. I must say, CSL stock brokers should still be in operation. I don't know how they work, but over to you to decide. If you are happy with the operation, stick with them and then decide what you want to invest from now onwards. It's as simple as that.
No problem, sir. Thank you. I'm really grateful. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Jehovah.
Okay, we have a lot of callers still here. Next on the line is BuzzKid. After BuzzKid, we go on to Showy. I'm seeing, wow. Nafisa says, God bless you and your family. Now you are really giving
I
people.
can. I
Yes.
give you, okay? I give you.
I wish you
Hello?
understand the kind of joy you are putting in people's minds on this platform. Wow. I wish I
Hello, good
knew.
morning.
Very, very good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Tell us
Coach.
where you're streaming
Yeah, my
from.
name is Obin. My name is Obin. I'm in Nigeria, calling from Bahrain.
Oh, Obina from Bahrain. You are my second caller from Bahrain. Bahrain is close to Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
joining. Go ahead.
thank you. Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for what you are doing on the internet. So I normally watch you. As every night, I watch you on YouTube. As far as the time that if my salary time is close, I normally watch on YouTube. So I want to use this opportunity to tell you thank you.
Thank
So
you, sir.
now, please, I need your help or your advice. Like I have 400K to invest or to save every month aside after all my stuff. Listen. So normally, I don't really know about stock. I normally trade futures on crypto, but trading futures on crypto is very risky. It's not
Very risky.
things that someone should continue for a very long time. Listen. So I need a place that I need maybe a stock that can invest money for a long time, for every month 400K that I invest. So whenever I come back to Nigeria, I will know that I have something
Yes.
aside. So I really need your advice. Now I have already created Afro Invest and Optimus and some stock app like that. But I'm very confused to buy some stock. I don't know stock to invest for a very long time.
Okay. I understand you, and first of all, I want to commend you for that smart move. You see, crypto and all of those digital assets are intangible, and the more intangible they are, the more illusional or elusive they can be. You can wake up and get and it's gone. Though we do not pray for such, and that may not happen, but it's important to diversify. You need
Yes.
mind, you have worked hard for your money, and you need something that you can lay hold on. Investing in stocks is different because even though you can do it virtually from a distance, you are actually investing in something tangible. I mean, you are investing in a business that is existing. There are people
Okay.
employed. They are either manufacturing or they are rendering services. So you can see and feel, you can follow financial reports of how they are doing, and you can make up your mind on whether to continue to invest or to divest from there elsewhere. So big ups to you for thinking it up, even without knowing much about the market. Good thing about what we are doing here is that you have also said you go onto the YouTube channels to watch. I think watching the daily YouTube channels is a good start to decide on what stocks to buy because a lot of times I seem to come up with stocks far ahead of time. So it
Yes.
gives a lot of my followers ample time to get money, take position in those stocks before they start flying. That is the advantage of being in the live session or always watching the YouTube videos. So you don't need any extra efforts if you have already developed the habit or the discipline of going back to the YouTube channel. All what you now need to be doing is while you are listening, you are taking note of some stocks that are being mentioned. And then whenever you can join the live session, you can ask based on your conviction, based on what has been spoken about a particular stock. This is what you want to invest in, but is it the right price to buy now? At
Okay.
that point, you can now decide and put in your bids. Now, you are using Afro Investor. It's a licensed broker. They have their app. But you may be seeing old prices. which may be more expensive than the current prices. That's why you are not using a platform like um, Atlas portfolios, then you will need to be asking during the live session, how much is this stock now? So that you don't go and put in a bid price that is higher than what you could have bought lower for. The fact is, all I am concerned about is you maximize your gains. So if it means buying cheaper when the market is offering at a cheaper price, good for you. If it means saving instead of paying double commission, you are now paying commission once, good for you. In the end, you want to stay on the path of making more money from whatever you are putting in. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah. So now, what is the best app that I can use as a beginner?
I will not recommend an app because all the apps I've seen, even from fintechs to existing stockbroking houses, their data is delayed. And what I am recommending is not an app, but it's a web portal that you can also use your handheld devices, your phones, your laptop, and anything to trade with. That's Atlas Portfolios platform. Because
Okay.
you can see everything
So,
happening. As I'm talking to you, I'm seeing every trade going on.
okay. I
Trades
I I watched your video where you are talking about a stock called Presco, and I listened to what you said there. So, what do you think about this Presco? Is it good for? Is it good to invest?
Presco is good if you are just coming in and you want to stay for the long term. As I speak to you, it's about to hit 1,000 naira per share again. And if that happens, it may not come below 1,000. Currently, 974, or some people have bought at 999 as well.
I want to invest. I want to invest in stock more than 10 years. As in, now, I'm currently 24 years now. So I want to invest as I'm growing my age. Also, to be
Wonderful.
investing. Understand?
Wonderful. Please go ahead, buy Presco now before it gets out of hand. Also buy Aradel as we
I
speak.
got there.
In fact,
Where my turn?
because you are investing for the long term, you shouldn't even care about price at this point.
Wait, wait. Let me get prepared as you're recording this lecture. Let me write it down.
Say, wait.
You know, understand if you are coming from a background that there is nothing to show, so you have to be very careful whatever you are doing. Hi, where is this pen now? Oh, God. Which can devil be this?
While
There's
we are
pen.
waiting for him to get a pen, when would Atlas launch an app? It's not so convenient on the web. I am but you still don't get to understand.
Let me go to the car.
Okay. Touch, God bless you. This must be Rehoboth. Rehoboth, please help us put a name to your handle because this number is causing confusion. You are supposed to also be a part of my co-hosts, but it's difficult for me to call you without a name. So get a pen. No, we'll wait. As long as I'm responding to other, it's not a problem. Thank you, Coach, for all you do for us. I'm Colette. Thank you very much. Why asking
Okay.
all the
Okay,
time?
sir.
Wow, after all he has been said. Okay.
Sir,
Cool.
I'm with you.
Presco is about to leave the under 1,000 mark. Go ahead and drive Presco.
Okay.
Aradel also. Now, Presco, Presco paid 42 naira per share dividend. He paid that July 7th, July 29th. And then Aradel paid dividend twice.
Is it Paradel or Aladel?
Aradel, Aradel. Aradel is an oil company. And for those of you who have Aradel, congratulations, because as oil prices goes up because of Israel's attack on Iran, petroleum stocks will be going up because you know what? Aradel is an exploration and production company. They have crude oil. so they can decide to export and make more money as oil prices rise. Right?
Okay, Presco and Alader.
Presco and Aradel, they go into the banking sector, buy GTCO, First Bank, and UBA.
GT Co and UBA. UB. I bank with UBA.
First Bank and UBA. Yes. Now, when you buy UBA shares, you are not only just enriching them anymore. You are also enriching yourselves. You've been banking with them, they've been using your money to do business and share to us, shareholders. It's not our fault. But when you start buying their shares, you too will
Okay.
benefit from whatever they pay out to them.
Okay, sorry. GTCO and UBA and Aladen. Presco.
And First Bank, First Holdco.
Okay, first.
I think that will be that for now. So the only thing is when you're ready to buy anyone, you confirm, is it okay to buy now? But as we speak right now, for you, there is no time to waste. Current price, go in and relax for long term.
Sir, please, can you give me the spelling of this Aladen?
Aradel.
Okay. Thank you, sir. God will
Thank
bless
you
you
very
for
much.
what you are doing for us. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Shoei is next. Coach, can I buy FTN Cocoa and Lasaco at its current price? Thank you, Grace. Let's see. Hello, Shoei.
Hello, Coach
Very,
Omete. How are you?
very well, thank you. Good afternoon. Tell us your
Good.
name and where you're from.
Okay, so yes, I am Shoei, and I am streaming from the UK.
Shoei from the UK, thank you very much. You sound very excited, and that's really fueling me up right now.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I'm just calling to see if I say probably have about 4 million naira. I intend to invest in some stock, say for the short term. And when I say short term, I'm looking at say probably a period of say a year. Which ones would you recommend for me, please?
Within a year from now,
Yes, please.
recommend a stock like Aradel is still within range. Aradel.
Okay. Okay.
I wish you can buy Cadbury below 40. Cadbury.
Okay.
Dangote Sugar below 40, though it's 41.10 now.
Okay.
Then we go on to one value stock you should add.
Okay.
We're talking about tip. Anything around 6 naira and below.
Oh, sorry. I'm not quite sure if it's your signal. I barely hear the one value stock you mentioned.
Tip, T-I-P.
Tip. Oh, okay. Tip. Okay. What price would you recommend tip for?
6 naira, around 6 naira, not more than 6. That's not under 7.
No more than 6.
Under 7.
Okay, under 7. Okay.
Under
Okay,
7.
because I think this morning I saw tip at about 670. I think I saw tip at 670 this morning, 6 naira 70 kobo, somewhere there about.
So that's that. Maybe you want to add the banking juggernaut GTCO. One good thing about GTCO is GTCO is actually the most efficient Nigerian bank. Efficiency,
Okay.
not in customer service, efficiency in managing resources.
Okay.
They can turn 1 billion naira into much more profit for shareholders compared to any other bank.
Okay.
And they are the best in terms of corporate governance, which foreign portfolio investors are very mindful of.
Okay.
And then lastly, they are the only dual listed banking stock in Nigeria. GTCO is also listed in the London Stock Exchange, at I think around £2 or so per share, something like that.
Okay.
Was it 2 cents or something like that? So on the LSE where you are, you will find
Okay.
GT listed there.
GTCO.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. So in terms of Starling, should I just not look at Starling for now, or will it be that for Starling it will be for the long term as opposed to the short term of a year that I was talking about?
Well, sterling should be more for the long term.
Ah, okay, okay,
There could be
okay,
some value in it in terms of upside potentials, but we're not too sure of the strength
okay,
to deal with that. Because one thing with the
okay.
banking sector and why I'm not recommending every other bank is because there is going to be some serious dilution following the recapitalization that took place. And that means only the strongest banks will be able to continue to do what they've been doing previously, right?
Absolutely.
Your earnings are not very strong, then you will see a decline in earnings per share because they just created more shares to
Yeah,
meet up years recapitalization exercise and therefore diluting already existing shares. So their per share metrics will drop drastically for those who are not able to do very well. So they will
very
run
well.
with
Okay, okay, I get that. So the like us. Okay, sorry, go on. Uh, okay, so the likes of say Qtix and Champs, should I not consider them at all?
There's a chance with Champs. There's a chance with Qtix, but I'm also considering the resources. 4 million could easily go
Yeah,
into one of all these stocks, and that will be all.
very true.
So you
Very
don't want
true.
to target them all over the place, and you want to.
Okay. So initially I was thinking of probably four. Will four be okay if I do 1 million each, or say do I do eight, then do 500 each? What would you advise, please?
With the number of stocks I've given you, I think you should go ahead and make
Yeah,
it
I should go ahead and make a
make it eight.
eight. Fantastic.
The,
Fantastic. Thank you very much, coach.
the more the merrier.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, coach. I really appreciate that. I am a strong fan of yours. Follow you a lot, both on
I
the
see
other
your
app on. Oh, you see my comment as well, isn't it?
I
I'm
see
such a
your
clown.
and of course saw your comments. So
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
all right, thank you.
Cheers. All right then. Bye for now. Thank you, and thank you so much.
Sorry about that. I didn't know when I cut you, off, but it's okay. White Waters Limited, Jude Moore. I think you should be next. Then we go on to White Waters. Coach, can I buy IT and Cocoa and Lasako? I think you should go ahead and buy. I think I've responded to that. Coach, they give me joy. At convenient, you see, oh, really? Enjoy the joy. That's the idea. When nothing can steal your joy anymore, then what else can the devil do? Nothing, absolutely. So we render the devil regarding your finances useless. The devil becomes useless regarding your finances. So go ahead and enjoy your joy. Of course, why not? So we are standing by for grace, but before then, Chinedu Art says, assuming you have 150K and you want to allocate it for a short term from 1.5 year, would CWG be part of it? Absolutely. Go ahead with CWG. Bid for CWG at 9 Naira 10 kobo. Money always comes to a flow towards closing and sells down. Hello. Hello. Do we have Grace on the line?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. It's good to have you. Please tell us where you are streaming from, Grace.
I'm streaming from Italy.
Grace from Italy. Thank you for joining. Go ahead. We are listening.
Pleasure so much, sir. Sir, I actually wanted to talk with Atlas because I have called, I have WhatsApped them, I have emailed them, no reply. I started my intertransfer from Bamboo to Atlas. I think more than a month now. I've not heard anything. I just want to know what's going on because it's like pulling me back because I have stocks there that I want to move and buy on Atlas. I can't do that. I don't know how to do it since they've not moved. So it's like I don't like the delay at all. I don't know if Atlas is here, if you can help me talk with them so that they can. I don't know what to say now.
Okay, we've all been in this before. Sorry about the delays. It's not always very easy, actually.
There are several different types of run. They use from time to time. Fordo particularly
Sorry,
highly.
the background is not very friendly. Okay, so it's almost like when you're trying to move on from one bank to another, the host bank will be very reluctant to let go of the account. That's what's happening at instances like this. What I would
Okay.
advise you is just take your time, patience. I know that you're
Okay,
feeling
sir.
like the opportunities you want to take advantage of, but you can't. Well, I just want you
Exactly.
to just take patience. And I want to encourage you with this. As far as I'm not leaving you, as far as I'm continually coming to be here, and the market is always there, opportunity will come. The stock
Okay.
market
Thank you so
is
much.
a station. If you miss the first train, most often another train will arrive to take you to your destination. Just stay calm.
That's all.
Sometimes also some things work for your good, but you don't know at that point. This delay might be setting you up to be ready for much better opportunities to come. You just relax and let the process be concluded. Unfortunately, while you were speaking, I already started searching the queue. Atlas is not in the house today for whatever reason. On Mondays can be very busy, piled up requests from me. After a public review like this can be very busy. So they are not in the house to respond. Never mind, they
Okay.
will all be available at our age. Is that fine?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. And God bless you for all you do for us. Thank you so much. Have a
You're
beautiful day,
welcome.
sir. Bye
And you
bye.
too. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to hurry now. We have 7 minutes and there is no grace period this time. Once it's 2 p.m., that will be it. So let's hurry up with our calls this time. White Waters Limited is next. While we are connecting, Oyinlolua says, Coach, I have some fun to buy stock. I'm 28 years. Which one can you recommend? I need to build my portfolio. Buy
Okay,
bank,
good afternoon, sir.
buy UACN,
Good
or
afternoon, sir.
Dangote.
Okay.
Very good afternoon to you. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm trying to
Ah,
maximize this time. Tell us your name and where you're
okay.
streaming from.
Okay, sir, what's your advice to new bay? That is those that are into that wants to go into it for the first time, go
All
into
right,
stock for the first
Malby,
time.
can you give us 2 minutes, 2 minutes brief insight for a newbie? White Waters is asking. Malby, the floor is yours. Just brief
Yeah,
insight.
yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Coach, and good afternoon to you, Mr. White Waters. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How about you, sir?
Yeah, great. Okay, let me make it very snappy. First of all, the first thing you have to do is to learn about stock investment and trading, because like it's always very good for you to have very good knowledge of any kind of business you want to go into. So one of the easiest way for you to learn about this process is by joining this live session. Now we have these sessions every day, every working day,
Okay.
with the exception of weekends and also public holidays. So you can always come here, grab one or two knowledge here and there, which will help, sharpen your brain towards what we are actually talking about. Now, to
Okay,
give you a
sir.
very brief insight into what we are doing, basically we are investing in the stock market And by stocks, we mean that when you buy something, I always like to use UB as an example. Just imagine yourself as an investor and imagine that you have set aside a certain sum of money, let's say ₦1 million, to invest in UBA. When you buy the stocks of UBA Bank, this means that you have practically become a part owner of UBA Bank. And also, this means that you are going to share in the profit and you are also going to share in the losses declared by UBA Bank, just like every other business when you have profit and loss. Okay? So that
Yes,
is
sir.
what it means to invest in stocks. So basically, there are ways you can profit when you invest. You have capital gains. By capital gains, we mean that maybe you you bought a stock for ₦1, right? And after a few weeks, a few months, a few years, that same stock that you bought for ₦1 has appreciated to the extent that maybe the stock is now selling for ₦5. That means you have made a ₦4 gain on that stock. That is capital gain. You also have dividend, which is another way you can benefit from the stock market. Now, how does dividend works? Every company, every publicly listed company, whenever they declare a profit at the end of a financial year, then they will have to decide whether they want to pay out a certain fraction of that profit to their shareholders. It's not mandatory. Some companies pay, some companies do not pay. So it's left for you to decide whether you want to invest in dividend stocks or whether you want to invest in stocks, for purely capital gain. So if any company declares a dividend, then you as a shareholder again also qualifies to benefit from that dividend declared once you hold that shares before the declaration date. Now, the last way in which you can benefit from stocks is by corporate actions like bonus shares. I don't know how new you are to this platform. If not, you must have heard when we were talking about a company like VFD Group, which declared a 5-for-1 bonus, meaning that for every one share of VFD that you own, the company is giving you 5 new additional shares free of charge.
Wow.
So from these 3 ways, you can easily, benefit and take good advantage in the stock market. Now, how do you even go about navigating your way in the market? What is the first thing to do after you get knowledge? Which, in my opinion, now you need to choose which vehicle or which platform through which you want to be transacting on the exchange. Now, remember, you cannot just basically just walk in physically into UBA Bank and say, okay, I want to buy a share of UBA. It doesn't work that way. You have to transact through a stock broker. Now, for the purpose of having of opening a brokerage account, we advocate that you try to use a very responsive broker. We advocate that you try to use a broker that will give you real-time live transmission of data. This is very, very important. And in my opinion, this is one thing that sets us aside from the other people that you find out there creating 1 or 2 contents about stock investment, because most people don't understand this. Now, if you want to go on the platform and you are buying at an outdated price, when in the live market the price is different, you will agree with me that possibly you'll be losing a lot of money. So these are the things you need to avoid. So for the brokerage account, we advocate that you use a licensed broker that gives live access to the market. We also recommend, that you use Atlas Portfolios, which is a licensed broker that will give you that real-time live access, good commissions, and also very good support that you will need to make your investment journey very smooth. Atlas gives you all these at minimum. So once you get your brokerage account sorted out, you need to now take the hard decision of deciding which equities you want to invest in, which companies you want to invest in. when it comes to this is where numbers should be talking to you. No sentiments. It has to be purely based on fundamentals, must be purely based on performance, and also must be purely based on what you can see on the ground and not just what noises you hear in the market. Okay, so these three things I mentioned are very important. And the last thing I would like to recommend to you and also to all the newbies in the house would be to join our free support group called the Network Investors Club. Now, this club is where we preach and teach everybody to do everything on their own, because everything that you do in the stock business are basically things you can do and navigate purely on your own. So you hear coach always saying that this is an investors club and not an investment club. So it's not a club where anybody will tell you to bring your money to do this, to do that. No. I would like to sound a disclaimer here right now for each and every one of us listening, maybe for the first time. Never should you hand over your money to anybody. Never should you entertain any DMs coming to you from people claiming to be Coach Omiete. Coach Omiete, myself, or any member of the admins will never contact anybody. So when you come into this group, we teach you how to do these things. We teach you how to analyze the market. We teach you how to identify the telltale signs for you to know that, okay, this company is profitable, or this company is struggling, and this company is basically worth your money. So do these 4 things, join these sessions every weekday, and believe me, you are already set up for success. I'll be happy to take any quick question if you have.
Thank you very much.
Out
Thank
of
you,
time.
sir. Thank you, sir.
There should be
Thank
no
you very
more
much.
questions because already
All right, thank you so much.
True. Maobi, thank you very much for that holistic explanations, and I think at this point we have come to the end of today's live session. Apologies to everyone we are not able to bring on board who are standing by on call, and all your comments that have not been taken, my apologies. Please, tomorrow is another day when we can entertain this. I said it from the beginning, keep your questions coming in thick and fast, make your calls early so we can proceed. In any case, 2 quick questions to ask. Edward Akinride says, Coach, please, where is Presco running to? I bought at 495 on your call then. Well, you are 100% in profit already. IKG says, we want to have a one-on-one with you on my investments. Kindly advise how this can be done. IKG, just follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, and we'll take it up from there. Ladies and gentlemen, person who needs to contact me on Instagram, that's my Instagram handle at Wealth Coach Omiete. Do well to search me up on Instagram, follow, and send your request. I'll send you a link to open your brokerage account if that's what you want. I'll send you the link to join Network Investors Club if that's what you want. And then if you want to discuss one-on-one, why not? Feel free to reach me on that account. And then if you want to help yourself keep growing and take notes of what we have been doing that you have missed, don't forget to go onto the YouTube channel for all our live sessions that is always uploaded on a daily basis. On or before 6 p.m. Nigerian time today, today's live session will be uploaded for the benefit of those in Canada and in the US who could not join because of time difference, or those even in Nigeria or any part of the world who are working and couldn't pay good attention. To all our gifters and everybody else who has liked and shared this live session, thank you very much. We are together expanding the investment acumen of Nigerians all across the world. Let's do it together once again tomorrow, same time, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. When you go on the YouTube channel to watch the videos, do well to share it as often as you will, because that also helps to get more people involved on how to grow their money. Until we meet again on Monday. I hear Monday could be public holiday. If it is, then there will be no live session on Monday, but we will surely see you on Tuesday, same time, 12 noon. If no public holiday on Monday, then we'll be right here, Monday, 12 noon, Nigerian time. Let me go back now and see what I can do with the remaining time in the stock market in Nigeria, while also preparing to go into the US market. Thank you very much. And from every member of the Network Investors Club, including the ESCO, this is me saying goodbye for now, and God bless you all.